Today in my blog, I'm going to teach you how to make peanut butter cookies. But not just any kind of peanut butter cookies. These are going to be little tiny peanut butter cookies that look like buttons. I like the movie Coraline and the book Coraline. I also really like buttons, so I thought it would be cute. And little kids love them, so cute for little kids is I'm all about that. So, let me get started. This is what we're going to need. Half a cup of sugar, white sugar, and a half cup of brown sugar, a half cup of butter, half cup peanut butter, 1 egg, 1 1/4 cups of flour, 3/4 a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Mine are all measured out in these little tiny bowls. Some little fairy came and did all this for me, obviously, because I wasn't going to do that. Now, here's what we're going to do first. I'm going to grease my pan. Well, actually, I'm going to put parchment paper on my pan. That way, when I'm ready for it, which won't be for a while, I'll have it. There's a little special thing I need for my cookies this time. It's this lovely little cap from like a pop, like a 24-ounce soda or a like the cap from a 24-ounce soda, see it? Or 2 liter. So that's really important, and you need that for this recipe. But I'll explain it much later. First of all, I'm going to beat my butter. It's going to take about 2 minutes until it's nice, light, and fluffy. Okay, so once I'm done, my butter's nice and creamy. I'm going to lower my bowl, and I'm going to scrape it down off the side. And now I'm going to add my sugars. Again, pre-measured, yay! Turn it back up, and we're going to now heat this for another 2 minutes. Alright, once it's all creamed together and looks nice and pretty, we're going to add my peanut butter. Which is nice and messy. I used to have this really cool thing that would measure it out and just plop it right in there, but I don't know what I did with it. I think it's in a box somewhere from moving. It's usually what happens to my stuff. Put it away so good I can't find it. We're also going to add the egg and my teaspoon of vanilla, which I totally measured with a measuring spoon. You saw that. Time to beat again. Once all that's in, I'm going to lower the bowl and scrape again. All nice and scraped. I'm going to add my flour mixture, which has all my dry ingredients in it, and slowly combine. Alright, once all that's combined, take my beater off. And scrape it. Alright, our dough is nice and chilled. We're going to get a little bit of dough here. Tiny amount. About that much. Little tiny ball. It should actually fit inside that cap that I gave you earlier. That I showed you earlier anyway. You guys thought I was nuts, right? I told you it was important. And we're going to continue doing this so we have a whole entire pan full of cookies. Normally, when you're making peanut butter cookies, you smash them down with a fork or something, and then you sprinkle some sugar on top. But ours doesn't need any sugar, okay? Because they've got other plans for the precious dough. Okay. So, my oven is preheated to 375. Well, it's getting preheated to 375. The dough's a little sticky, so just be aware of that. I get that little balls. Now, once the oven's preheated and I've got all my dough balls made, it's going to cook for about anywhere from 9 to 12 minutes. If you'd like a crispy cookie, apparently you cook them up to 15 minutes is what I read, but I don't know how that would turn out. There's going to be another step after they're done baking, so you only want to do one pan at a time. Hot next step. Now let me finish making these balls here. You should be able to fit about 15 on a pan or so. Okay, mine are finally done baking, so I'm going to pull down the oven. Here comes this is the fun part right here. You take that lid I was showing you earlier, and you press it down in the center of every cookie. You work real fast. Let's hold it down so you can see it. Like this. Kind of gives it the edges a raised look. You take a straw and you poke and twist holes in it for buttonholes. And just continue. You gotta work fast right now because if you don't, the cookie will set up and you won't be able to cut a hole through it. I guess you could thread some licorice in it. That's what you could do. You could thread licorice in it. You can do a lot of different things with it. I'm going to do that. Just that. Just gonna poke some holes in it. Now, there's something else that people normally do with it that you could do with it. You dip them in chocolate. Or you can be super lazy and drizzle it across the top. You know, whatever you want to do. I would probably drizzle because that's how I roll. And I'm lazy, and dipping makes a big mess. So what do you do with the extra that was in the straw? Eat it. That's a good cookie. Okay, email me your recipes, write them on my blog. I don't care. I hope you guys have a great week.